Movie summary. Hello everyone. This might be the movie, the best war film I've ever seen. And the main character is a horse. It'll show you just how brutal war can be, but also how much kindness can still exist on the battlefield. In a small town in England, an old man pays £30 to buy a purebred horse. But once he gets home, his wife fiercely objects because they're already poor, so poor they can barely pay the rent. And now he brings this useless horse home. Sure, it's a thoroughbred, but it's not suited for plowing. His wife tells him to sell it quickly, but besides him, no one's willing to spend £30 on a horse. That can't even work the fields. That's when their son, Albert, speaks up. Please trust me, I can tame him. So she gives father and son 1 month. If after a month he still can't plow, she'll sell him with her own hands. Albert starts focusing on training the horse, and he names him Joey. All Albert has to do is whistle, and Joey hears it and comes running right over. A few days later, the landlord comes to collect rent, but they have no money to pay. Albert's father begs the landlord for more time and says they'll use the horse to clear the land, grow crops, and pay off the debt. But the landlord just laughs and makes a bet. If that horse can plow, then he'll agree to give them more time. And then the landlord gets chased out by their geese. The neighbors hear about it and come over to watch. Albert's father is really worried, desperate for Joey to know how to plow. But the soil is too hard, and people think getting a young horse to plow is no simple thing at all. Right then, a heavy rainstorm hits, and Albert's father becomes a joke in the landlord's eyes. The neighbors get soaked too and hurry home. But at that moment, Albert realizes the rain has softened the ground. Come on, buddy. You've got to plow, Joey. If you don't know how, I'll teach you. Pull. Come on, Joey. Our whole family is counting on you. Pull, my boy. Let's go, Joey. Don't let everyone's hopes go to waste. And just like that, they clear the land. Albert's family finally grows crops like they dreamed of. But only a few days later, maybe it was fate, or maybe just cruel luck. Either way, destiny plays a nasty joke. A torrential flood ruins the farmland completely. Then in 1914, war officially breaks out. Life leaves Albert's father no choice. He has to sell Joey to a cavalry officer. Albert's heart breaks, but all he can do is salute and say goodbye. The officer promises he'll take good care of Joey and treat him with respect. And if possible, when the war is over, he'll return Joey to them. Before he leaves, Albert gives Joey a small flag, a symbol his father cherished from his old soldier days. Joey is sent to the cavalry and meets a warhorse named Topthorn. That old man really did have a sharp eye. In training, Joey and Topthorn are neck and neck, leaving every other horse behind. A few days later, they prepare a surprise raid on a German outpost, but the Germans are already waiting for them. Heavy fire is set up on both sides and even behind the camp. A few days later, Albert receives a letter from the front. He opens it and finds a drawing of Joey plus news. The officer has been killed in action. The Germans are ready to slaughter entire groups of horses. So one soldier suggests to the commander, use the horses to pull wounded men to safety. But the commander says these are war horses. Getting them to pull casualties would be harder than reaching the sky. But right then, Joey breaks free of his ropes and willingly shows the others what to do. Topthorn follows his lead too. The two soldiers are stunned, their faces lighting up with relief. Who taught you to do that? But a few days later, the unit has to send men forward to reinforce the front. A 14-year-old boy, someone's little brother, gets chosen. And he knows this trip is probably one way. When he enlisted, he promised his mother he'd bring his brother back alive. So that evening before they set off, he rides Joey, leading his brother and Topthorn. After hours of wild riding, they reach an old windmill. But not long after, German troops catch up, and the gunfire that night burns into Joey's memory. Two young boys fall right there, dying far from home. The next day, a young girl discovers Joey and Topthorn at the windmill. Her father died in the war, leaving her and her grandfather to depend on each other. Joey and Topthorn showing up brings color back into their lives. The girl takes great care of them. She feeds them good food and even teaches them how to jump fences. But when the Germans arrive, their peaceful life shatters. The soldiers steal all their food, and they want the horses too. They take Joey and Topthorn, and the girl is devastated. Her grandfather begs them to at least leave one horse, But the officer says, war takes everything. People go to the battlefield, and horses go too. Then the officer leads Joey and Topthorn away. The girl clings to her grandpa, crying silently. And after that, what awaits Joey and Topthorn is straight up hell. The Germans use horses to drag massive artillery, weighing thousands of pounds. Most horses collapse from exhaustion, and once they go down, they're executed. When it's Topthorn's turn, luckily he meets a kind-hearted soldier who notices Topthorn's leg is badly injured. He begs the officer to swap for a different horse, but the officer warns him, don't ever get attached to a horse, because once you care, losing them will break you. But right then, Joey charges up to the officer, staring at Topthorn, wanting to pull the gun in Topthorn's place. His hooves start wearing down to the bone, and at the top of the hill he realizes, this war is only just beginning. By 1918, the fighting still won't end. And by then, Albert has enlisted too. He never forgets the promise he made to Joey. No matter where Joey is, Albert swears he'll find him. German artillery tears through the trenches, blood everywhere around his unit. With the charge horn sounding, young soldiers rush into the battlefield. In the end, they push the Germans back. But right then, a gas shell explodes, poison spreads through the trench. Albert is swallowed by the gas, alive or dead, no one knows. The Germans keep getting driven back, but while retreating to the next position, Topthorn, covered in wounds, slowly collapses. After a few heartbreaking cries, he quietly closes his eyes. The old soldier is devastated, tears streaming down, but the unit catches up, and the soldiers force him to move on. Only Joey is left, standing beside Topthorn for a long time, refusing to leave. Then a tank crushes Joey into a corner, and he seizes the moment to leap and escape. He bolts in a straight line, carrying pure fear and despair. After surviving brutal fighting, he sprints through deadly trenches, running like his life depends on it, because it does. Because he knows, if he stops, he'll never make it home again. In this endless war, he thinks of Albert, thinks of Topthorn, thinks of that old soldier. He thinks of the little girl and the two German brothers. One morning, when the fighting briefly pauses, British soldiers spot a horse trapped in the wire. At the same time, across the way, German soldiers spot the same horse too. Nobody can believe it. On a battlefield this savage, a horse is still alive. They start calling out to the horse. One soldier, to save Joey, openly disobeys orders, holding a white flag as he walks into no man's land. But Joey is tangled tight in the wire. Just as he's about to cut it, a German soldier appears behind him. I think you're gonna need some pliers. Two enemies pause the war for one horse, a temporary ceasefire, and they start figuring out how to cut the wire. They realize they have to cut both sides at the same time. We need another pair of pliers. While cutting the wire together, they even chat about life in the trenches. The British soldier says, "On our side, we get pretty girls and cake every day." The German soldier replies, "On our side, we train rats every day to do circus tricks." Not long after, they finally free Joey. But then, who does the horse belong to? They flip a coin to decide. In the end, the British soldier wins. The two shake hands and say goodbye. Before he leaves, the German gives him the pliers as a keepsake. Joey is seriously injured, so the soldier takes him to a field hospital, and by pure coincidence, Albert is being treated there too. The gas damaged his eyes, he's temporarily gone blind. When the medic sees Joey's condition, he says Joey won't last more than 7 days. He decides to end Joey's suffering. But right then, that whistle, Joey has been waiting to hear it for 4 years. 4 years of hoping it would come. He realizes Joey is Albert's horse, so the medic promises to do everything to save both of them. Not long after, the war finally ends. By order of the army, all the horses are put up for auction. The soldiers scrape together 29 pounds to buy Joey back for Albert. But then something unexpected happens. 100 pounds! And if that's not enough, I'll sell my entire farm. It's worth 1,000 pounds. All for this horse, because he's the last memory my granddaughter had. War took everything from me. including my granddaughter. As the old man prepares to lead Joey away, Joey walks up to Albert on his own, as if to say hello again. The old man freezes at what he's seeing. He pulls the little flag from his pocket. "This is yours, isn't it?" "Here, take it back. Thank you, sir." "And take him too." No, don't pay me. He belongs to you. And honestly, that's what my granddaughter would have wanted. She was the real owner. Maybe this is the last thing I can do for her. Not long after, Albert and Joey finally head home. For 4 years, Joey crossed countless battlefields, from England to Germany, and then into France. He witnessed the horror of war, the best and worst of people, and still felt warmth in the middle of it all. Joey truly deserves the name Warhorse. And that's the movie for today. See you in the next videos.